Hi guys, Twig Brother back on the horse. Got something to make a video about. I don't make videos unless I've got something to say. I've got quite a few things to say actually now. I've built up a few, so I'll do some more videos. But today, as the title suggests, I want to talk about the incredible greed of rich people and the arrogance behind it. And I'm actually going to refer to a member of the British royal family, Prince Charles. He's said a lot of good things on environmental causes and he's done quite a lot of good charitable work. I don't want to take anything away from him, but he is going to be speaking to the nation of Britain today, telling us that we use too much stuff. We shouldn't be throwing so much stuff away. Now, that's very true and very real. It's a huge issue, especially with Christmas coming up. The amount of waste at Christmas is virtually criminal, if you ask me. But you didn't ask me, so I won't say it. But for Prince Charles to actually come out and say we should all be using less stuff, to me that's not right. And I just want to point to one thing. It's only one of thousands of things that go on around Prince Charles that involve phenomenal amounts of waste, and it's his hunting parties and the eggs. He likes to have boiled eggs or coddled eggs, which are boiled in a very sort of special particular way. When he comes back from his hunting, he goes out and kind of kills animals that he doesn't eat for fun, and he comes home then and he likes to have 30 coddled eggs already freshly boiled, just absolutely on the edge of readiness there for him and his friends who've all been out killing animals together for fun. So as soon as he goes out, they start boiling these 30 eggs. The reason being he might only be out 5 minutes, something might go wrong and he might come back. And all the time he's out, they keep boiling up 30 eggs, doing all of whatever they do with coddled eggs. I've got no idea, but it certainly involves a lot of boiling, a lot of energy, and of course the eggs themselves. If he's not back within the first few minutes, they throw those eggs away and they boil another 30, and they'll throw them away and boil another 30, and they'll just keep doing that until he comes back. He must get through tens of thousands of eggs a year like that. Perhaps I'm overblowing it. Perhaps he only goes shooting a few times. But I don't know, shooting comes into season and then the royals like to go out and do that. So that's my one beef with Prince Charles, telling us not to waste so much. My other beef with the royal family generally in Britain at the moment is that, they are influential people. People listen to them. I even listen to them to a certain extent because they have great advice and then they have an overview that no politician has. And at the moment, excuse me, like a great many countries in the world, Britain is being absolutely destroyed. We have more people in jobs than we had in jobs a while ago, but the jobs don't pay enough, and there are people working very hard in management roles where they should be earning more than enough to live off, but they're having to claim state benefits to top up what they get because of the greed of the shareholders and the people who own the country. Vulnerable people are having all their benefits taken away, and at this very moment, of course, the Brexit thing is going on, the debate about how we are going to leave the European Union. The debate of whether we should or not ended about 2.5 years ago, and the politicians are still dragging their feet. They won't do anything about it very, very seriously as far as I can see. The only thing they're serious about is not being the one who looks bad. Excuse me, not being the one who looks bad if it goes wrong. That's all they care about, that and their own personal investments in overseas banks. There is no compassion. In fact, there's not even the inkling with these people that there should be compassion. They're just getting on with what they do, making money. They don't care what's happening to Britain. Certainly they don't care what's happening to vulnerable people, but that was just the tip of the iceberg when they did all the disability benefit changes a couple of years ago and sort of cut people's money by like 3/4 in some cases. Thousands of people committed suicide, and people were complaining about it then, and I was complaining about it then, and I think a lot of people thought that this was complaining about what was happening to disabled people, and in a sense it was, but it was just the tip of the iceberg. I know people who inherited a lot of money from wealthy parents and they've had to pay nearly all of it back in inheritance tax. Well, their families worked for them to have that wealth, and that wealth has been taken and it's gone to the government £20,000 British pounds a week is spent in the Houses of Parliament on champagne, because these people are so clever and so brilliant. They've got to be highly paid, very highly paid, and looked after well all the time, more than well, lavishly, extravagantly. Taxis everywhere, huge amounts of money spent on politicians' expenses. There's been a scandal about that this week, actually. So who pays for this? Well, we do, you know. Everybody who's having their benefit cut, who's ever had a job, which is actually quite a lot of them, quite a high percentage, has paid what we call national insurance. And if you're watching this in the States and Canada, I understand that your politicians tell you that we're given all our health service and medicines for free, and it's insane. Well, it's not quite like that. It's what we call free at the point of delivery, but everybody who works has to pay national insurance. So you've got people who've paid their national insurance, paid these insurance premiums to make sure that they are looked after, which is not an unreasonable thing to ask for when you've been paid for it, and we're in the 6th richest nation in the world. But no, the money's all been spent on kind of very important political champagne, as far as I can see, that kind of thing. Well, okay, folks, that's my sort of rant for the day. I don't really know what the solution is. Just, I think we've got to stop investing all our trust as well as all our money in these people who are, they're professional VIPs. That's all there is about them. They're not particularly gifted thinkers. I think my cat could have thought of a better way out of Brexit than what we've ended up with. But please do keep on thinking for yourselves and do have your say. You know, I've had my say. You're very welcome to have your say in the comments, whether that's positive or negative. I read them all and it's good to be in touch. Okay, folks, thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Twig Brother back very soon with more stuff to say. Take it easy. Bye.